Melissa with 7 Spice Life, and today we are continuing our Thanksgiving episodes. I am bringing more healthy but delicious sides that you can serve as an appetizer or as a standalone side dish. Today we are making a butternut squash and kale side dish or appetizer, and the appetizer portion is going to be mini Philo cups, and we are going to top it with some feta. It is a very simple dish, but it is so tasty, and I think that it'll be a crowd pleaser either way. You can serve it by doubling up the recipe as its own side in your Thanksgiving dinner, or fill the individual cups and make a beautiful presented appetizer dish that guests can enjoy as they walk through the door. Let me show you how to make the filling now, and I've preheated my oven to 350, so when you get back, it'll be ready to go in the oven. You know how to make your filling. I have here the cooled off butternut squash and kale mix, and I am going to add some feta to it. So you want to make sure it's cooled down, otherwise you're going to melt the cheese, and we don't want to do that. So I have 2 tablespoons going in here, and I'm just going to give it a gentle mix. And it's crumbled feta. I would get pre-crumbled feta because you don't want the feta to be too wet, and a lot of times when it comes in the block that is in the brine, it can be too wet, and then you've got soggy Philo cups. So get the pre-crumbled feta for this recipe. Normally I would not, but in this recipe you want a drier cheese. You can alternatively use Parmesan, but this is like a Greek-inspired dish or Mediterranean-inspired dish, so I'm gonna stick with the feta. Okay, and these are beautifully miniature-sized Philo cups, and you can find them in a freezer aisle of most grocery stores. If not, you can buy regular Philo sheets and just cut them yourself, put them in a muffin tin, bake them till they're light golden, cool them all the way down, and then you'll have cups. Okay, so you want a sheet pan lined with parchment paper or these silicone baking mats, your pre-cooled mixture mixed with feta, and look how beautiful that looks. And then I have crumbled feta because I'm going to top it with some, but I'll put that off to the side, and the Philo cups. And I have 12 here, but we're going to make 24. Okay, I've got my 24 Philo cups. A little spoon. It's better to work with a little spoon, that way you can control how much goes into your cups. And I'm just going to start filling the cup, and you want to pack it in a little bit and then put like a little mound on top and just keep going, okay? So there, you want it like all the way full, so you have like a nice little round cup. And we're just gonna set it down. I don't need to spray my silicone sheets because they are non-stick. That's why I love them. I use them all the time. These are so pretty and festive and perfect for fall. And I chose butternut squash because this is a savory filling. I don't want it to be too sweet. So I spiced it up with the oregano and salt and pepper and a little bit of red wine vinegar. And butternut squash is just perfectly sweet without being overly sweet or like sugary. And we went with a savory filling because You can make all kinds of sweet tasting butternut squash dishes, which I'm not a fan of. I like, give me the chips, give me the savory snacks, you know, that's more my speed, especially when it's an appetizer. Okay, so we're gonna continue filling these and I will see you right before they're ready to go in the oven. Okay guys, that is it. I just stuffed my last little shell. Don't go for the chunky feta. Sprinkle them with a tiny sprinkling of feta on top so it gets all nice and bubbly, and when guests come in, they've got like piping hot, just slightly cheesy and a more healthy version of an appetizer ready to eat. Now, if you want to make these ahead of time, make your filling ahead of time and either freeze it or refrigerate it, and then you have the phyllo dough ready to go if you buy the cups, so you don't have to like make your own cups, or you can make your own cups and bake them like I said, and then make sure they're completely cooled before you freeze them in an airtight container, and then take them out right before you're ready to use them and just let them thaw slightly. You don't have to let them thaw out too much because they will cook up nicely. So since this is pre-cooked, I just want to warm it through enough till the phyllo dough gets like really deep and golden and the filling gets really nice and hot, and then you can serve them. So I would not bake them until you're ready to serve them right away. Okay, so I topped each one with a tiny bit of feta, and there you have it guys. Okay, we're gonna bake them at 350 for about 10 to 15 minutes, or we'll see, I'm gonna time them starting now. Okay guys, it's been about 14 minutes and my cups should be ready. I just want the cheese melted through a little bit and maybe golden on top, and if it's not, it's okay. And I decorated my board. You can see I added like some dried flowers that look very fall and festive. They're beautiful. And then I've got some chili flakes here in case anyone wants to drizzle. And I'm gonna top that off so it's nice and full. But I've also got some micro kale to garnish the cups with. If you want to be a little extra like I am, then go ahead and get some micro kale because there's kale in it and it's like a nice little added touch. It just beats, so let's check on my phyllo cups. Okay, here they are, and you can see they're nice and golden. The feta is, you can tell it's baked. There's some tips that are golden. That's all I'm really looking for, because we also don't want to burn the kale. And then you can literally, if your fingers aren't sensitive like mine aren't, then you can go ahead and start plating immediately. And I'm just gonna start from one corner and work my way out. Boom. These look so pretty. And you've got appetizers ready to go, and it took no time at all, and they're really beautiful. All right, and I just want to scatter them. And guess what? There's 3 extra, and if you don't think I'm going to dig in, then you're wrong. Okay, so my cups are in here, and I'm gonna clean up any extra little phyllo crumbles, and I'm gonna snip the stem off the micro kale, and I'm just going to top it just like that. It gives it just a really nice touch that I think is worth it if you really want to get elegant. Let me get these on, and then you can see the final results. I think. Oops. Let's taste it. So good. So delicious, you guys. These are phenomenal to serve as an appetizer. I hope you like them as much as I do. Please comment, like, share, subscribe to all my social media. I would really love it, and I think you'll get the most out of this for any time during the holidays or any kind of party. They're the great winter appetizer dish or as a standalone side dish. Just top your bowl with some micro kale and you're ready to go. Thank you. See you later.